So this is Meet the Members, Members in the Spotlight for Soul Led and Satisfied. And I'm just so pleased to be more formally, I don't know, professionally maybe introducing one of our members. And we're going to be doing this every single month now. So you get to have a sneak peek, an inside of you, and a real connection and meeting with our members. And today, as you can see, we have the amazing, the wonderful, the magical Theresa Lynch. And I've got some questions for Theresa. And we're going to go through those. But the first thing I would love to know, Theresa, is who are you and what is your business? No pressure, but big question.
Big question. My business is Dragonfly Dream Coaching. And the reason for that name is Dragonflies is all about transformation, and that's what I coach. Dreams is because a lot of the time we wake up at 3 a.m. in the morning and we start dreaming about what could be. And then coaching is so that people know that I'm a coach. So that's how my business name came about. So yes, I am a transformation coach, and I've been sharing some of my journey lately that I've actually finally found my sweet spot in my business. And my background is early childhood. So I've worked with children since I was 19. So 30 odd years that I've worked with children. So on and off in different capacities. So it really makes sense that I'll go and work with children and be a child, and I don't like the word kid, so I'm still trying to come up with a different word, but a child and family coach, so that children that are having issues, I can help them and I can support the families, because sometimes families need that support as well. So working together to support the different needs in the family and hopefully bring not necessarily collaboration, but a connection that they may not have had before, that they understand what's happening with a child, and the parents can understand the child a bit more, and the child can not necessarily look at it from a different point of view, but have an understanding that they've got their needs and they may not have the words. So having then the parents understand what the child is trying to say is having that then support with trying to get them to communicate maybe a little bit better than what they were previously.
Beautiful. And I mean, I don't have kids, but I was a teacher for 10 years and I can see how needed that is. There's such a barrier between adults and children, adolescents. Won't use the word kids.
Yeah. That's why it's I'm still trying to process how to word this. So anybody who sees this, if you've got some ideas, please share them with me. I'm still working out how to word it. And it's I've worked with children, the youngest one I ever worked with, and not really worked with, but cared for, I think she was 6 or 8 weeks old. So very new baby, and up to 15, 16. So I've literally worked all the ages. I've supported children through some horrific events in their lives. And I sort of understand, I don't have children either. However, I do understand from an outside point of view, just sometimes families may be too close and can't see the help that their children need, but having then somebody to come in and go, hey, look, this is what the child is trying to say to you, without knowing how to say it. So yeah. I think it's just, I know from working with the gamut of age groups and different situations, just how needed. And it was it's only taken me 3 years for it to finally click, but it has clicked, and I'm super excited to go on the journey that I'm going on.
Yeah, beautiful. It seems like I've caught you at the right time to be asking these questions.
Totally. Yeah, very excited.
So 3 years in the making is this particular aspect of your business, but 30 years of experience all getting channeled in this direction. That is super exciting. And the magical part of me loves all the threes. So I will say that. And now, as you are a member of Soul Led and Satisfied, this next question is kind of directed to that, is what does being soul led and satisfied mean for you, for yourself, and for your business?
It's freedom. It's flexibility. And for that is, because currently I don't live close to my family. So if there's something that happens and I need to go back because there's a family emergency, I'm able to drop everything. Working on a computer and stuff, it's easy enough to commute. And having that flexibility that if something goes on, or that I need to go back, or something happens that I'm not expecting, that I can literally drop everything and I can go and do what I need to do. So for me, it is that freedom to, and if I'm not feeling well, it's like, oh, I don't actually have to get up and force myself to go to work. I can actually take the time, rest, recover, and then come back in a better frame of mind. So for me, that's part of it. Also, it is, when I actually think about it, it is my soul journey. I've always wanted to be a teacher. From 5 years, from 5 years old, I've always wanted to be a teacher. So it's sort of like why I thought I had to go follow somebody else's, like my thinking that the path that I should go on with being a coach. It is now that I've come back into my journey as a coach to work with the vulnerable, which is the children. Like, they are vulnerable, and to work with them and to give them the resources, to give the families the resources to help support children growing up. Because I don't think now is an easy time for children to be growing up. I think there's a lot more challenges or problems that I know as me as a child didn't have. We didn't have the technology when I was growing up. I'd go out and play with my friends until like I had to be home by dark. And I always had a dog. Like, my cats now fly away, but I used to have a dog that Mum knew where the dog was, I was. So I had a very protective dog. So it's that matter of that it's not something that really happens nowadays. So I think I've got, and I've seen the changes, and I love some of the changes, but I also think it's had a detrimental effect on some aspects of growing up. So I want to put some of the stuff that I saw, like maybe I grew up with, that I think needs to sort of like come back in a little bit to help even decompress some of the pressures that children go through with technology and all of that that's going on.
I see that. And when you said like, it's like your soul's journey, your soul's calling, like the way you speak about your business and this exciting path that's unfolding for you at the moment, like that passion is this shining so clearly through it. Because like you said, like coaching, the way you should do it, the way you're told you had to do it, it can be a little bit soulless. But now that you've brought in, what am I really here for? And what am I really passionate about? Like, that's where true satisfaction comes in. So that's awesome. And the flexibility as well that you mentioned. I think for so many entrepreneurs and so many people in Soul Led and Satisfied in particular, it's like having that flexibility, having that freedom, and being able to go, you know, what do I need this week? Or what does my family need? Or what does my life need? And being able to adjust to that, it's true freedom. So that's awesome. All right. So what are you currently working on in your business or currently working towards? I know you revealed a little bit of that, but paint the beautiful vision for us.
Okay. When I did my NLP training, so I'm trained NLP, I'm trained in NLP. So part of what my journey is that I'm working on for next year is actually to train practitioner and master practitioner in NLP. So that's one of my big goals for next year, is actually to go and train those skills. And part of that, the person who I did all my training with, they created a program along the lines of timeline therapy, which is part of NLP. She created matrix therapies. So, and she's also a teacher. Her background is in teaching, English and drama teaching. So, and she created a program called Kids Matrix. So that is what I am about to be able to train myself. I'm hoping to run my first training around the end of November. So that's my aim. The paperwork is signed, and the thing was that I need to send it off on the 2nd of October. So I don't want to reveal too much about that because I don't actually have full permission at the moment. I'm still in the process of just finishing off the bits, and that is a whole program for parents and teachers to help their children with skills from NLP. So that's one thing. And the other thing that I'm working on is also becoming I think it's called an allied health worker in the NDIS system. So helping the families with children who need that extra support. So for mindfulness and well-being and things like that. So that's another thing that I'm working on currently. So for me, having no clue of where I was going to having these 3 different branches really of what my business, and I'm hoping to have that all sort of like all finalized and sorted out in the next couple of weeks. So that's where I'm that's where I'm heading. So I've got a lot of things, and I'm also rebranding the business to make it more child friendly. So look, having my logo will still be the dragonfly, but I'm looking at changing my colors so they're bright and colorful. So I'm just looking at making a few changes to that. So it's more childlike rather than more. The other one worked with the way that I was going, but it's not going to work with this new direction in the business. So I'm doing whole rebranding as well. So, and for the right club is that I'm doing the business plan so that I've actually really cleared, like I know where I want to go, but actually getting it really clear as to how to get there. So that's what so it's all coming really together for these next 2 weeks. So I'm hoping by the end of that 2 weeks, I've got a very clear picture and that everything is clear and I've got a really defined path of where I'm going for the next 12 months.
Beautiful. I love how you just embody the soul-led and satisfied journey. It's just like all these things coming together and just divine timing and then allowing it to unfold. And even Right Club coming in at the exact time that you need to get serious and write out a business plan. It's just the facilitation of like when we are working in flow and working in our own alignment, these things are naturally attracted to us. Your NDIS opportunity, this one with the kids and the teachers and all that sort of stuff. Not the kids. I'm going to retract that word. The lovely adolescents. And just so excited to see what unfolds from here. And again, I'm going to congratulate myself for the perfect timing of asking Theresa to do this interview. All right, and we'll be rounding this out in just a moment. So my final question for you, Theresa, is are there ways for us as in the membership, our community, to connect with you, support you, or potentially collaborate with you or your business?
Absolutely. Support is like if people know of families or situations, is letting them know that like the support for like if they're on the NDIS, because I know there's a lot of people who are part of that like to get that support. Like if you know somebody and go, actually I know somebody, or actually I could use that. Also with like wanting to have the skills that looking at the kids matrix, and I will have the links shortly with the more information to do that. Collaborate. I would love to be on podcasts or do even guest speaking roles if you've got a group that you think will, actually I could help, I need help with communication or I need help with something else. Like NLP has a lot of different skills that I can help with a lot of different areas depending on what groups are needing or what people are wanting as well. So absolutely, and connect with, I'll have all my links updated shortly. So I'll have those out ready for people that you can connect with me on Facebook, Instagram, or email.
Amazing. I'm so excited. And just a little heads up for everyone, over the next week or so, Theresa's going to put together something in writing for us where it can go a little bit deeper into what she's spoken about today, putting those links in that she's mentioned or anything else that we feel like you might want to know about Theresa and the amazing journey that she's going on. So thank you, Theresa, for allowing me to, put you in the spotlight and put you on the spot really and go, let's have a chat. It's been absolutely amazing. And anyone else who's resonated with Theresa, make sure you follow her. If there's anything that she has said, or you thought I can connect or I can collaborate or support, make sure to reach out to follow up. And yeah, just once more, Theresa, thank you for joining me. Thank you for this conversation. And I'm just so grateful that you're a member of Soul Led and Satisfied.
Thank you. It was, yes, a nice wake up call this morning. So I do appreciate, and I'm very humbled and grateful for the opportunity to share like really the start of a new journey for me with everybody. So thank you.
Divine timing, and we get to witness it right at the birth of it all. So keep us updated as well.
I will. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.